Folks, the purpose of any business is to produce income for the person operating that business. Would you agree? With that in mind, I'd like you to take these next few minutes, and I'm going to give you the highlights of this revolutionary compensation plan. It is literally unlike any other comp plan developed in the last 50 years, and in my opinion, it will render all of the other plans obsolete as it becomes more widely known by your actions and our continued actions. What Jeremy described in the opening of this program, guys, was the standard paradigm of our industry as regards compensation plans. Every, and I underscore every, compensation plan before 124 is a variation on a failed theme. They're all designed on the premise of 80% failure of the enrollees to make any money. Their purpose is to provide the money that the 20% make, and of that 20%, as Jeremy said, 2% make the big money. Now, guys, if 80% make no money or not enough money to cover their cost of business, is it a mystery why the retention rates in virtually every company is 20 to 25% over time? I think not. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 124 is the first company to design a fiscally stable comp plan where everyone earns an increasing stable monthly residual income just for being on this incredible product and staying on it month in and month out. Our business is tracked by watching the gauges, as you see here on your screen, in your back office. And trust me, it becomes addictive. You know, I have to warn you, there is a dark side here. We've actually had to develop a support group for our leaders called Gauge Watchers Anonymous. It does become compelling. And as you'll see, this comp plan is quite simple to present and explain. There are basically 4 streams of income that you can earn each month: a silver, a green, a gold, and a platinum. Now, the green and gold incomes are computed in different ways, but they both max out or cap at $100,000 a month residual to you guys individually. Silver and platinum incomes are based on company growth and revenues, and they're not capped. Now, the way the plan is structured is truly, it creates a question of not if you will reach 3, 4, 5, or 6 figures in monthly residual income, but when you reach that. Next slide, Jeremy. Now, this may shock a few of you, and I hope I don't see our attendance drop, but guys, this is not MLM. Jeremy's already told you that we hate MLM. So you're going to be happy to know that it is truly a linear incentivized retirement plans. MLMs typically have leg and volume requirements, structure requirements, any requirement they can think of to create an impediment to you making money and to prevent you from being the people that make the big money. Now, the program begins, you're going to love it, because you're going to see very quickly that our linear incentivized retirement income plan that you see here on the right side of your screen has no leg and volume requirements, no structure requirements, and all you need to do is be in and do a minimum of effort, and you will be rewarded handsomely. The more work you do, clearly, the more handsomely you're rewarded. The program begins by putting yourself on the wait list of your sponsor and then being invited to enroll on a green or gold ticket, which I'll describe in more detail as we discuss the income streams. Now, here's the key point, folks. The silver income streams are based on silver PCs or preferred customers. Now, a silver PC is everyone who enrolls in the company after you enroll, regardless of their sponsorship or yours, or it's someone who fulfills their auto ship that month after the time date stamp of your enrollment. They go under you in your pay line, and you will see how you get paid on them shortly. So if you visualize yourself at the top of this linear compensation plan, every person under you is someone that has either been referred by you or by someone above you, or it is someone who has fulfilled their auto ship that month after the time that you entered into the linear compensation plan. They re-enter under you as a paying silver PC. Next slide, Jeremy. We're going to talk first about what's called the green income. Now, green tickets. Every person gets 24 green tickets, and you can only refer one person a month using your green ticket. Hence the name of our company, 124. Now, every preferred customer you refer with your green ticket is green income to you. Every preferred customer's your green PCs refer is also green income to you. The way we state it is once a green, always a green. And folks, it goes down through 12 tiers or 12 levels of sponsorship. Now, how do we get paid as a green? Well, if you notice next to each of the people in our plan here, you see $1.50. Well, that's what you get paid. For every canister of product ordered by every person in your 12 tiers, regardless of how wide they get, you get paid $1.50 a month per canister, per person, per month. And folks, it really adds up. How many of you are familiar with the question, would you rather have $1 million cash or a penny a day doubled for 30 days? Well, if you know the answer to that, you go for the penny a day doubled for 30 days because it's several $1 million at the end of 30 days. Well, folks, can you imagine how $1.50 per person starts to add up? Well, let's take a look on the next slide. If you look at the program here, now we've already said that every person gets 24 green tickets and you can use one a month. Now, take your eyes off of $117,976.50 asterisk in the bottom right corner of that chart, and let's focus over on the left-hand side with what the assumptions of this chart are. And the following example is based on you just getting 3 people and stopping. So out of your 24 tickets, if you use 3 of them and stop, and everyone else that you've enrolled does exactly the same thing, 3 and out, this is what happens to your income just from the green income stream within the period of time shown here, 18 months. So you'll notice that as you join, the number of green PCs goes up by a mathematical amount, and it starts to grow modestly. It then, in the 4th to 5th month, it starts to double. It doubles again. It doubles again. But now look what happens when we get down around the 11th, 12th, and 13th month. All of a sudden, we're over $3,000 a month in residual income. And then finally, guys, just this modest idea that if you get 3 and stop and don't even use your other 21 tickets, your income will reach statistically $117,976. Folks, you're not going to get paid that. The asterisk will tell you that, unfortunately, our green income bonuses are capped at $100,000 a month. So some of you may have to adjust your lifestyles to accommodate that, but it will be a terrible problem to have to deal with. Now, I understand that when you look at $64,000 and $34,000 and $100,000 a month, that those figures are out reality for 90% of us on the call. Many people never make anything approaching those amounts with 40 hours and 40 years of business getting paid by someone. But how would your life look, guys, if you knew that you could have a reliable extra $500 to $5,000 a month residual income per month as you go forward? Would that make your life easier? Would that give you a little more financial freedom? I would hazard a guess that every person on the call would be saying yes to that. Next slide, Jeremy. Now, the first parts of income that come in, remember we mentioned that you can earn income in this program without personally recruiting or sponsoring a single person. How can that be? Well, when you first enroll for the first 4 months, the company has what's called the silver bonus. And they take 8% of the gross company sales and divide it up among the active people that have enrolled during those 4 months. and the first month you get a share in 2% of that amount. The second month you share in 4%. The third month you share in 6%. And the fourth month you share in 8%. And so your income increases each month. You are truly earning an increasing residual income just for being in the plan and staying on the product over that period of time. Now, the next part of this income that you can derive without recruiting personally, anyone, is a really unique piece of the compensation plan. What happens to those 21 tickets if you don't use them? Well, you're going to hear in a few minutes about a part of our plan called Gold Rush. And Gold Rush uses gold tickets that are generated by the company from taking all of the unused green tickets each month and making them available. Now, if you are the donor of a green ticket that becomes a gold ticket, you then become entitled to earn up to $100 a month residual income off of that ticket based on the income generated by that ticket. So guys, what this amounts to is that over 24 months, your residual income could accrue to reach and be $2,400 a month residual income, even if you never personally recruit and sponsor a person in the business. Now, that may not seem like a lot of money, guys, but those of you on Social Security know that that's in excess of what most Social Security payments are, and it is in excess of what most people receive as their pensions or annuities. Next slide, Jeremy. Now, there's another part of the silver income, and it's called the Silver Performance Bonus income. And this does involve your active participation. And remember, I said that if you do actively engage in the program and begin to recruit and sponsor individuals in your plan, then or into your business, you accelerate the rate at which you make money. And this shows you how you do it. This bonus, the Silver Performance Income Bonus, rewards personal group development by providing a multiplier to the number of silver PCs that accumulate under you just for remaining on autoship. Now, remember we mentioned that this number of silver PCs is completely out of your control. It is literally every person that's enrolling in the company or fulfilling their autoship after the time that you enroll. And it continues to increase each month. It's absolutely unbelievable. And simply by referring 5 people over time, each of whom refers 1 person over time, when you have completed that, you get to do multipliers on the number of silver PCs. You see in the dial here, this is a snapshot of someone who had 6,288 silver PCs under them at the time that the snapshot was taken. It increases from the first of the month to the end of the month and then resets the next month. But it grows every month, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. Now, the maximum multiplier you can have is 5, but in order to get the Silver Income Performance Bonus, you simply have to enroll 1 person personally who enrolls 1 person, and then you multiply the number of silver PCs on your dial by the amount, the computed amount, and in this case we're showing you that it's fractions of a penny at this point. As your multipliers increase, even without increasing the fractions of the penny, you're going to begin to see, because your silver PCs will increase every month. Mine went from 1,600 in the first week that I enjoyed in November to 4,800 by the end of December, to 8,900 by the end of January, to 12,300 by the end of February. And as we sit here today on the 22nd, I'm already at over 10,000 silver PCs on my dial. So this month, it will go into the 15, 16, 17,000 silver PC rate. I have filled my 5 personals with 1 each, so I will literally get 5 times the number on my dial times the monetary value. Folks, it's really amazing. It forms one of the largest pieces of your income in the earliest weeks and months that you're in the business. Next slide,